Overwatch is getting a Netflix series, and so is Diablo. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. And this isn't just some made-up speculation. This is actually going to be a thing. We have hard evidence, and I'm going to show you guys that in this video. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is Nick Van Dyke. He is the president of Activision Blizzard Studios. Now, this is the department, which is, or he's rather the president of the department within Activision Blizzard, sort of charged with adapting their game franchise stuff to TV and movie. So let's take a look at what he's been saying on LinkedIn, because he's been a bit of a naughty boy, unless Blizzard are very close to announcing this series, because I don't really know why this chap would go and just leak stuff on his LinkedIn profile. Weird. Okay, let's check this out. President of the film and television division of leading game company Activision Blizzard, charged with adapting the company's intellectual property to film and TV, including development, financing, production, and distribution. After founding the business unit in 2014 and serving as its chief operating officer and CFO, I grew the business to 15 mil in revenue, and with my creative partner, built a diverse and world-class team of 20 plus people to execute our mission. I oversee financing, distribution, strategic planning, franchise management, business affairs, operations, and other functions of this emerging business unit while working closely with the creative team. So that's a whole bunch of spiel that you do kind of see on these LinkedIn profiles. People do big themselves up, but this person, you know, he does have a very high-powered position within Activision Blizzard. He's in charge, as it says, of the film and television division of the leading game company, Activision Blizzard. So that would, that would mean that he's the guy that is authorizing the projects that get put forward, that maybe get made, that maybe get pushed into some sort of production based off the Activision Blizzard games. And this is all of the games. This isn't just Blizzard games, it's also Activision games, because, and we'll touch on this later, they are doing something with Call of Duty. So what are this guy's achievements? Well, check this out. Executive producer of Skylanders Academy, a TV adaptation of Skylanders, the leading children's video game franchise in the world. Okay, I'll take that with a pinch of salt, whatever. Solicited pitches and selected showrunner, assembled writers' rooms, provided notes and creative feedback at all stages of production, from writing through animation, hired key show staff, line producer, casting director, voice director, composer, etc., sourced and hired animation studio and negotiated equity interest therein, established guidelines for talent deals, assembled series cast, and this is the big one, guys, and sold the show to Netflix. There we go. That's what we get. This guy clearly has contacts at Netflix. Now, I'm sure it's pretty easy for all these big companies in the world to sort of get in touch with each other and build up contacts and such. But I know that if you've got a, you know, more of a personal contact, or, you know, just more of an ingrained contact or relationship with these companies, then you're going to have more of a chance, right? And clearly this guy has that. So this is the connection between Blizzard and Netflix, and that's what's really funky. He then goes on to write, and get ready for this, because this is where we're going to get to the juice now. He is the executive producer of Diablo, a TV adaptation of Blizzard Entertainment's IP, rendered in anime style. The show is currently in pre-production for distribution worldwide through Netflix. And I'm just going to read that again. I mean, what? Executive producer of Diablo, a TV adaptation of Blizzard Entertainment's IP, rendered in anime style. The show is currently in pre-production for distribution worldwide through Netflix. There is a Diablo anime coming, and I hope to God this is going to be pretty much like Castlevania is on Netflix. So I want ultra violence. It has to be, because it's Diablo. It's 18 rated. It's not some kidified game, is it? This is a game with, it's the devil. What the hell? We're killing the devil. We want to see it. And all the lords of evil. I'm just making noises now, but I want this, right? I really, really want this. This could be really good. I mean, yeah, sure, it could be terrible, but what we've got here is actual proof that they are making a Diablo series, and we've not seen that. There's been rumors, and I'll show you guys those in a second, but we've never had concrete proof. Remember, this guy is the executive, well, he's the president of Blizzard Activision's movie, TV, whatever department you want to call it. What? Anyway, then goes on to say, with my creative partner, authored development strategy for the Call of Duty cinematic and television universe, secured development funding, developed writer compensation deals, and oversaw negotiations to secure talent. So there's a little bit about COD. There's going to be a COD TV series, and also I believe there's a COD movie, but I'll show you a bit more in a second. And here we go. This is where we get the juice of the video, the Overwatch juice. He says, with my creative partner, developed and sold an animated series based, apparently just forgot the word on, based Blizzard's Overwatch franchise. What the hell? This guy is saying that he, with his creative partners, developed and sold an animated series based on Blizzard's Overwatch franchise, and this has to be to Netflix. What the hell? Now, we've got no information here as to what this is. Is it anime? Is it CGI rendered stuff? I don't know. But I tell you what was sick, and you guys, you're probably going to agree with me here. The Doomfist anime that they had made a while ago. I think it was done by an external studio. I think they're from Singapore, although you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. That was sick. The Doomfist fight with Tracer, Genji, and Winston was actually some of the, like, that was beautiful. That was really good. So if we got an entire series in that style, that would be sick. The question is, what would an Overwatch series actually look like? What kind of content would that, like, involve? Anyway, before we get onto that, let's just take a look at this. So all this information was first found on GameSpot, and GameSpot had this article up. An Overwatch cartoon and Diablo anime are in the works. Diablo is getting an anime-style animated show. Now, they say Overwatch cartoon, and this is what gets me kind of interested here. If it's a cartoon, maybe it will be that sort of anime style, but for him to say cartoon here, I don't know what his sources are, then it's not an anime? Because then surely you would say Overwatch Anime if you knew it was an anime, which would kind of debunk my idea of it being like the Doomfist anime short, which is kind of a bit sad, but also still might be okay. I don't know. So what about this Diablo thing? Now, Diablo, if you look at the date of this article, it was November the 2nd. So Diablo animated series could be coming to Netflix. And this was from Den of Geek. And you can see what this says here. An animated Diablo series may soon be coming to Netflix. Andrew Cosby, founder of Boom Studios, has tweeted that he is in the final talks with Netflix regarding an animated adaptation of Blizzard's action RPG series. The original tweet has since been deleted, but it stated that Cosby hopes to the high heavens, which is a bit of a Diablo reference there, that it all works out, which suggests the deal is not final at this time. But now this was 2nd of November in 2018, so this was a while ago. So they've had 2 years, really, well, a year and a bit to work on this. And yeah, I think now this has been sold. This has actually been sold to Netflix based on what we've just seen the president of movie, television, and all that shenanigans at Activision Blizzard actually say. Now, what about Call of Duty? Well, Call of Duty movie adds the Joker writer, or one of the Joker writers, and gets put on hold. Now, this was reported yesterday by GameSpot. And yeah, you can see that's been put on hold. So, as they say, probably won't be here soon. The question is why? Maybe they've stretched themselves a little bit too thin. Maybe they want to work on the Overwatch stuff, the Diablo stuff. Now, when I'm looking at all of this, right, Activision Blizzard, they want to make animated series based on their game franchises, and they want them to be on Netflix. That's what I'm reading from this, guys, 100%. So they've got Overwatch, they've got Diablo, and then they've got Call of Duty. Which one of those three needs it first? Well, yeah, okay, I like Overwatch, or you guys like Overwatch, but it has to be Overwatch, right? Even looking at it from a logical point of view, Overwatch is the game that needs to start building up some sort of lore going into the launch of its lore-based PvE story expansion. Oh, sorry, Overwatch 2, which is coming out maybe this year, maybe next year, who knows? But they need to start pumping that stuff out now, surely. One of the things the devs have always said about Overwatch is people really relate to the characters. Now, I think, you know, reading in between the lines there, obviously they'd like it if people relate to the characters and played loads of the game. But I think a lot of people know who the characters are, but just simply don't play Overwatch. So what they're trying to do here, and this isn't a development team thing, I wouldn't say. This is just like a wider Activision Blizzard thing. But they're saying, like, look, if we can make products that people that don't necessarily want to sit there and play Overwatch will take part in or consume, then we should do that because they know the universe, they know the characters. Now, I want to say this about Overwatch's universe. It's not very good. Like, visually, the idea of it, yeah, it's great, it's fantastic. The character designs are awesome, but there isn't really any decent lore there. There isn't really any major lore story which runs through it. It's kind of all over the place. Difficult to find at times, and it honestly isn't really worth finding. So what they've got, really relatable characters and an awesome universe, but they need to build on that. Now, for people like me, I don't mind just playing Overwatch. I look at the characters, I enjoy playing the PvP. I'm going to enjoy playing the PvE when that comes out, but I also, do I personally want a Netflix series? Honestly, I'm a bit indifferent. I don't really care that much. It's like, hey, it's cool. That's fine. I'll take it. But you can see why Blizzard would do this, right? Because there's a lot of things it would help. So it would help get people potentially playing the game again. It would help promote Overwatch 2. It would help build the lore, build the story, pushing forward into Overwatch 2. And then when you look at the other games, Call of Duty, we now know is on hold. They don't really need that because there isn't a Call of Duty coming out for a while. I mean, it won't come out until November, surely, the next Call of Duty. In fact, as far as I'm aware, for Call of Duty, all that's going to happen is there'll be a Battle Royale mode will come out probably in the next few weeks. And then, yeah, they've got Call of Duty League on the go and whatever. But November, I think that's generally when they launch or is it October when they launch the next Call of Duty game. So whatever, there isn't really a beat to hit there. And Diablo, who knows when Diablo is coming out? I mean, from the Diablo I played at BlizzCon, it looked like it was years away. It was so bare bones, really. It looked like this kind of sounds bad to say this, but it looked like a Unity game, which just means it looked like it had a lot of basic assets in, which it would have because it was very early alpha. So that's miles away. So Overwatch is the one. So could we be getting an Overwatch Netflix series very soon? Maybe. Could we be getting an Overwatch movie? I don't know. This seems to point towards a series. Now, what I want you guys to do in the comments is let me know if you think this is a good idea. Would you watch a Netflix series based on Overwatch? I would watch it, but I don't think I'm gagging for it. I'm more into just give us stuff for the game, but I obviously understand that this wouldn't be the development team per se that are actually involved in making this. This is just sort of outsourced. It would be more the people who are involved in the creative lore building, story direction, and all of that stuff with Overwatch. Maybe that's what they've been working on. Remember, Overwatch took on a bunch of writers a while ago. Maybe instead of we've seen some pretty good short stories come out of them, but maybe they've been working on a script for a TV show. We just don't know. Guys, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. It's nice to have some new stuff to talk about, honestly, with Overwatch. So, yeah. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa. You can follow me on everything, which is @Stylosa, and I will catch you on the next video. Toodaloo.